Alright, what's going on guys? So today is going to be a new series. I'm starting a new video. What we're going to be doing scaling to 10K a month. And so this is going to be day one of scaling to 10K a month, and I'll stop this series as soon as I hit 10K in 1 month. So behind me here I have a plan that I'll be walking you guys through tonight. And this segment is probably going to be pretty short. It's going to be kind of me, working a little bit and then going through the plan and kind of explain what my plan is of how I'm going to hit 10K a month, what I'm going to do to scale past 10K a month, and just things like that, and help you guys with some stuff, and hopefully you guys can implement some of the stuff I do. So this is day one, so stay tuned for all the other days. Get ready. I'm going to get a whole series. Hopefully, my goal is to get this by the summer. So by summer break, be able to post more videos, but also be able to hit 10K a month. So let's hope we get it, and I'll see you guys in the next segment. Alright, so welcome back to the second part of the video. So right now I'm kind of just going over my plan with you guys of how I want to scale to 10K a month and how I think it's going to look. So I'm going to use this blue marker. So we have my agency up here, Metsis Media. I'm just going to write MM agency, right? So first thing what I'm planning on doing is planning on building websites for new clients. And so I charge $1,000 for a website. So right there with like the website and everything, I'm planning on scaling, getting capital, and that's gonna be the next thing, is getting capital with this. So ultimately, once I get there, it'll be grow capital. That's like the next plan. So we have the agency here. With that, we're going to build websites. With the websites are going to grow the capital that we have. It's $1,000 for a website. So if I'm able to get 10 website clients, right, that's $10,000. So it'll be build websites, grow capital. Once we're able to do that, we're going to take that money and we're going to invest into mentorships. So invest in mentorships / coaching, right? So with the capital, I will then go here and we'll get into mentorship / coaching. Once we do that, we're gonna get better at service delivery. And once we get better at service delivery, that will also then grow capital, because then we'll be making money from ads. So then we have get more capital. So pretty much once we get more capital, this thing connects to that, this connects there, and that goes there, right? So ultimately, this is be like the plan so far to hit 10K. So we're just gonna go over here, right, and write 10K / month plan, right? That's what we're gonna do. So then go past 10K a month, which is over here, 10K plus month plan. So here we have the 10K plus month plan. What we're gonna do is, once we get more capital, we're gonna go up here and we're gonna go hire full-time employee. Right. So we're going to use some of the capital from the websites to invest into the mentorship, which then that mentorship will make us money by investing into the service delivery and just like getting better at it and being able to actually get good results every single time, every single month for our clients, and be able to get them 10, 20 jobs. From there, that will grow the capital once we get the service, and then from that capital, we'll hire out a full-time employee. Here, it's gonna go up there. So once we're there, we're gonna be able to outsource more work, allowing us to take on more work, allowing to get more clients, which once we get more clients, more capital, and with the capital we're able to then transfer that into getting another employee, so back up to here, and this one will go back down to there, right? And from there, we'll then allocate that into my other agency. So we're AI, and we'll do the same plan, but just like with AI automation and AI tools. And all of this will revolve around starting with building websites. Once we allocate some of this money back into Solar AI, we're going to also put money again into Metsis Media. With that, we'll invest into different like softwares and build different softwares for the thing, or for the agency. And so we'll take the money and put it into tools for agency. And then we'll take a little bit also of the money and we'll put that into other businesses, and some of the other money will then get split up into coaching calls. And then pretty much once we get past like, 15, 10K, you gotta start putting outreach automations in. And so that will go back to here where we'll go with automated outreach. And also kind of like there, we'll go with Facebook / Google ads. And with that, we'll grow the agency more with the automated outreach and Facebook / Google ads. We'll then invest into, depending on where we are, and let's say we're at like 21,000, 20,000. The average, marketing salary I would say is anywhere from like 5 to 7K. So you offer a person with experience, 6K a month. Then we're able to do that, and we're at 20,000. I can go 1 month without having a huge paycheck. There's not too much to have like an inventory or running ads, so we can take that and get 3 more employees at 18K a month. And with the 3 more employees, those roughly will add, 3 extra clients, or 3 more clients per person, because roughly everyone with, can do about like 4 to 6 clients, I'd say. And so with 3 more people, you can add, like 12 more clients. So you can get 12 more clients. And if these people are experienced, then capital will grow. So I know it's kind of messy, but this is what's going to happen once we get past 10K, once we already have like employees and stuff like that. What's going to happen? And I think it's good for like young entrepreneurs to kind of plan out what they're going to be doing, like when this stuff happens, so you have it and you know like what you're going to do, what's the next step, after the next step, like everything like that. And I just think it's like important for you to. Alright, so now the question is what I'm going to do now to then, be able to do this plan and make this plan work. So the first thing I'm going to do is we already know we're doing the websites to gain capital and learning the skills. So I'm going to do learn WordPress better, or get better WordPress. We're going to take that and we're going to go learn ads better for free on YouTube. Alright, and so now, after this, we're going to learn how to fulfill the ads better on YouTube. Almost setting ourselves up for success with this. We're going to learn how to do WordPress better. And we're going to learn how to do ads better, which is going to make our capital grow. The next thing that I think is overlooked but very important, learn all about Facebook Ads Manager and pages, right? I think this is important to learn because with this you'll know like what goes against community guidelines, what doesn't work, what does work. And I think it's just like important to know that and really understand that. So once we do all of this, with the 6 clients we already have, we're going to implement all the things we're going to learn. And so not only will we have, websites, but we'll have existing clients, and with the existing clients, when we get them good results, that will transfer over to new clients. And so revenue at this point, rev, this will be 1x, actually I mean 2x's, 1x, this will be 2x, because now not only are we doing, the website, web builds, we're making money from that. With the existing clients, we're getting good results. We're doubling our revenue, right? And then with the new clients, we can triple our revenue with them, and even more. So all these two, I'm gonna just like add a plus symbol because we can 3x plus our revenue, and these new clients will then allow new clients, and then with results for these clients, revenue will go up. But it mainly starts with learning how to do ads better and learning WordPress better so we can make better websites. And the most important thing for all of this, to even get websites, to even get, new clients, outreach more. And so I just hired one of my friends as a commission-based pay employee to do outreach for me. So this way with the outreach, we can get website builds, we can get new clients, and not only add clients, we can get content creation clients that we can charge a retainer for. So with that, we have I'm gonna go over here. With that now, we have a pay per job, right? We have a pay per job here on the results, which is they just pay 10% per job, or they pay, $100 depending on the client, depending on the job cost. And now with the website, you have a website build, which is $1,000. So not only do we have a website built now, we have content creation, CC, which is anywhere from $1,000 a month to $3,500 a month, right? And so now our revenue is even higher, because if we do, 3 websites, 3,000, let's say we get, 5 jobs at $20K for, this, we get 10% of that, that's $2,000 for a paper job. That's $2,000 times that by 5, we make 10K. Now we're at a total of 13,000, right? And then I'll just say we have 2 of these clients at $1,000. Now we're at $15,000 a month. So really, this is going to start with outreach and getting better at cold calling and sales, and also having the employee that I have be good at cold calling and sales. And that in turn should almost 3x rev, right? So that's the goal here, is by summer be able to 3x the revenue with this plan and try to almost make it to where we can, hire out more employees and take on more work, and eventually scale, not just being here in Boston and Massachusetts, but being, across the country and in different states and in different places, and have, teams set everywhere. And the final thing I'm going to touch on is, once I do hire employees and I do scale, what I'm planning to do when that happens. And planning to do stuff like that so far in the future is risky, because you don't know what could happen and what could not happen. A lot of people are like, hey, don't plan that out. I think it's good to know, have an idea of what you want to do with it, just in case it does come up, you can quickly fix it. Alright, so this is my plan for once I scale and have multiple employees across the state. So kind of like real estate, I want my agency to have its own team. So I want my agency to be here, this little box. Alright, this is the main agency. Then I want to have a branch of it, I want to have a person here and a person here, and they're managing. This one has their own employees, right? This one has its own employees, and these guys are managing their own branch, right? And so we have the branch, here, here. And then with that, we'll have another one, maybe down here in some other state. And they're managing another branch. And they're managing here. We'll have another one managing his own branch. Right? And so, all these branches that we have, even this one, will go into we'll share all the money in the bank account. Bank. Right, and so all the money so all these branches are making. So if all these make 100K, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 500,000 right there. Put that in the bank account. Then you gotta split it. Maybe we do like 25% of what every branch brings in goes back in the bank, and then the rest is for the main company. And that way that these branches can stay afloat. And that's kind of my plan for what it's going to look like. And then, as you guys know, I want to be a serial entrepreneur. I have another business already. So this is one business. I want this business, I want to have a holding company here. And so from the money from this business goes to a holding company, right? And let's just say we have another business here. Money goes in, another business here. Right. And so all the money, is going to this business, which is it's not a pyramid scheme. This is big private equity. And this business here would use money to buy other businesses, right? And to start other businesses. And that way, this is like the holding company managing all these different businesses. That way you can have one LLC. Now, you can make it, what I'm probably going to do is have it be like one main LLC, and then have mini LLCs that go with it for every single business. And, it can help you with just different things, and I have separate bank accounts just because if one business gets sued for whatever reason, then, not all the businesses are compromised, just that business with that bank account. But almost like a private equity firm is what I kind of want to run. But this is my plan for scaling and just having different branches. All the branches will be managed by people I trust, people that have been working with me with a long time, will get their own branch. And, wherever they are, either like South America, Florida, wherever, Europe, they could be, in Italy, it doesn't really matter. Wherever they are, they're going to be, repping the Metsis Media brand. I haven't decided, what type of website we would use, or like what we're going to do, if there's going to be like separate websites, because this is all like real estate. If you look at real estate, there's like brands like EXP, there's, these big brands of real estate that are across the country. And they have different branches everywhere, and the branches are managed by people, but each branch sends money back to the main business, right? And so it's a brand just scattered among. So that's kind of what I want to do with my marketing agency, and not just a marketing agency, but also the AI automation. So this same thing here for Solar. But that same thing there for Solar. And with the software companies I want to run, there won't be branches because their software, they can kind of be done from anywhere. But we'll have office and like stuff like that is my plan. But yeah, so that was the end of day 1 of scaling to 10K. Day 2, I don't have a plan yet for what I'm going to do, but I'll probably just show you guys a little bit of work, what I'm planning on doing and what I'm working on right now. And yeah, we'll hopefully in this series you can get it, but it's day 1. So yeah.